Congratulations, sir.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
So we're up to $6. We're taking a collection to try to get you to tell us what you told the team between the second and third, the last 2 nights.
That's what Mr. Fernandez pays me to do.
I love it. Talk to me about the second period. The first, kind of your average, kind of playoff hockey. You get the 1-goal lead. You jump out to the 2-0 lead, and then all of a sudden the momentum shifts. A couple of turnovers. You're down 3-2. If it wasn't for Jan Shostak with 2 saves that were spectacular, and then a third while laying down, it may have been 5-2, but it wasn't. And then a guy who was everywhere tonight, Hunter Anderson, does something, buries it. Was that section of the game right there, that couple of minutes, the key to the entire night?
So for us in that circumstance, we start cutting the ice in half for them, and it's to their benefit. We start turning pucks over. We're not getting pucks through the neutral zone. We're not getting pucks behind their feet. And when you give anybody short transition plays to be able to attack back on you, you're going to find yourself in a bad way. And so we got away from that identity for about a 5-minute stretch, and they found the net 3 times. They're that talented. They're gonna make you pay if you give them those opportunities. And I mean, their second goal was an unbelievable play by the top 2 scorers in the league and an absolute laser. And so, you got to tip your hat to them when they make a play like that. But we caused it with the turnover in the neutral zone. We caused our first one with a turnover in our D zone. We caused our third one with a turnover in the neutral zone. So the word of that 5-minute segment is turnover, and we did it to ourselves, and they were able to capitalize.
And once you guys stopped the momentum, I thought the Shostak saves were the key, but Hunter Anderson tonight, I've only seen him play 10, 12 games that I've been at this year. Tonight he was unbelievable. It's the best I've seen him play. Obviously not the whole season, but what are your thoughts on his play?
He's a special player, and we added Hunter right after Christmas. We added Bruno right before Christmas, Hunter right after Christmas, and those 2 guys were massive additions to our club, and you saw both of them have huge impact on the game tonight. But Hunter is a special player because he's certainly very, very talented, and the skill set is what pops off the page right away when you watch him. But his brain and his ability to compete for pucks, to touch pucks first, to maintain possession in scrums and in traffic is really what makes him talented. But his compete level has been really, really high, and so he's winning his races, and he's protecting pucks and extending his shifts and extending possession, and so that's why they're having so much success with that line.
Alex Pellet's here tonight.
Alex Pellet here tonight.
A goal and 3 assists, jumped around on lines. He was everywhere. Why was he so good?
It's all about the engine with that boy. Like, he just competes, and his feet move, and he's willing to touch pucks first, and he wins every race, and he'd gladly block a puck with his face if it meant the team could win a hockey game. And that's just the type of kid that he is. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if he's not wearing our C next year. He's definitely going to be one of our A's. And it just, when you have a player like that sets the tone with his compete level and his intensity, everybody just wants to follow. It's infectious on the bench, and you saw that with the first turnover he created early in the first period on the forecheck, and guys were getting excited for his compete level, and then the next line wants to go and match that, and that, the ball starts rolling downhill and good things happen.
That they do. At times the game got chippy. Old school, guys who dropped the gloves, even in the playoffs. I thought both teams did a really nice job of kind of keeping their composure, not taking dumb penalties, trying to pay somebody back for what they felt may have been a cheap shot. Is that something that you guys talk to the team about keeping your head level when you get into situations like that, or is it just the guys are that well trained and that good?
The message before the series was our emotion is ours, and we will use it as we see fit. We will spend our positive energy on the things we can control. We're not going to allow them to dictate our emotion. And so when we choose to have that bite to our game, that's a choice that we're making. And so our guys are intelligent, they're smart, They've been through the ups and downs. They know that, hey, you know, if I go get in a fight right now, this isn't 97 anymore. So you got to sit for 15 minutes instead of 5. And that's a huge difference that changes the way the game is played a little bit. But I thought we've been able to manage our emotions really well. We haven't got too high, we haven't got too low, and we're using that for the greater good of the bench and for the group.
Before I let you go, I want to ask you about the defensive play of your team in the third period. You put 3 goals up, you outshot them 13-2, but they only got 2 shots on because of the defensive play of your team in the third period. Tell me a little bit about the way you thought they played.
It's just all about our pride and our willingness to defend, our willingness to be under pucks and under sticks, and we were blocking shots. But more importantly, they weren't able to, when they're on us, they're ramping pucks in their neutral zone forecheck and they're touching them first. And we were breaking pucks out really well. So that started with our D having confidence to go back and get it, our forwards holding up to buy them a little bit of time, and then we're getting through the neutral zone. And so when you have a lead and you're putting pucks behind them and they've got to come 200 feet consistently, that creates a frustration level for an opponent that you can start to see it wearing on them a little bit. And you know, now they have time to refocus. And so, you know, for us, it's about being prepared to go back into their building on Monday. The series is far from over. We know we have work to do, and we know that they're going to put their best effort up, and so we're going to be prepared.
Coach, congratulations. Good luck on Monday.
Thank you.